Hi darling friends, welcome to the first instalment of Lisa Does Reviews. How long this will last we do not know.
Oh, hello Papa.
So, it's only fitting that as I review Legends and Lattes by Travis Baldry, that I have myself a form of latte, shall we say. It's a posh Nespresso coffee, which I've mixed with frothy milk, so it's kind of like a homemade latte. We're going to take it, we are. While that sits there, I could talk to you about this book. So, if you have followed me for any length of time, you will know that when I like an author, I don't shut up about them for lengthy periods of time. This was only released in March. I read it as soon as it came out, and I reread it this month. We're in May right now when I'm filming this, and again, people who watch me know me predominantly, although recently I've read a lot of contemporary. Predominantly I read fantasy, some sci-fi. I'm trying to get more into sci-fi, but predominantly fantasy. And recently, again, I've been reading a lot of epic fantasy, high fantasy, generally adult, but this has a bit of a twist. So I literally came across this author and this book by chance. Somebody that I follow on Twitter that I don't even know if I actually spoke to all that often, liked like one of Travis's tweets about a new book coming out. And obviously when you scroll your feed, it comes up with like so-and-so liked this post. And for once, I gave a damn about what post my friends liked, because this cover popped up and it was showing off this new cover, and I was like, I'm intrigued, very intrigued. And then when I read the synopsis, I was like, let's get on the Amazons and read El Synopsiso. And I was taken in, because as much as I do love high fantasy, you may not know this about me, but I do also like a good cozy mystery. Cozy mystery and contemporary is what I used to read predominantly back in 2015 to 2017. I only got into fantasy back in 2017-ish time, when indie authors started sending me books to beta read and proofread. And when I met an author called Kayla Kirby, who unfortunately no longer is currently writing or releasing books, but it's because of her that I even knew fantasy was a genre that I would potentially be interested in. So yeah, that was a sidebar, wasn't it? So yeah, I saw this and it said high fantasy, low stakes. So I was very intrigued. And basically it's about this orc called Viv and this succubus called Tandri. So orcs, if you've ever played World of Warcraft, any kind of RPG game, or like, you're gonna come across an orc at some point. You know, they battle, they adventure, they kill things and people, and you know, they tend to be like Hulk smash type characters. So having an orc as a main character, for one thing, and having creatures, fantasy creatures as main characters, I may have totally missed this as a thing, but I've not seen this before in the fantasy that I've been reading. It's mostly human main characters, and they might have sidekicks that are animals. There might be some predominant creature in the thing, in the books, but I've never, from what I can remember, other than Riker from Spellslinger, I've never seen like a main character, or one of the main characters, like as creatures, as fantasy creatures. So again, interest peaked. Whilst going on one of her adventures, she finds this, these gnomes have this thing called coffee and things called cafes, and she falls in love with the taste of coffee as soon as she tastes it. So she has this idea that she's going to set up her own cafe, and she finds a new place to live. She finds some lovely hog to help her, and Carly's great. He's great. All the characters in here that are the goodies are brilliant. And it's just such a found family vibe as well. It's so comfy, cozy to read. And we meet Tandy, and there's a character called Thimble who's a ratkin. It's just one of those books that, although it is fantasy, it's not. Like, the fantasy element, obviously, you've got all these different characters. You've got an orc, succubus, a ratkin, a hog. It's, you know, all these different types of characters, gnomes and elves. But there's no epic battles. Obviously, it literally says it on the tagline, low stakes. There's no epic battles. There is something dramatic that happens, obviously. It's a novel. It's got to keep you interested somehow. So something quite significant happens but it's, despite everything that does happen that's not all happy days, it really does take you in. And I will say this with my full chest, until the day I die, get the audiobook. If you don't have Audible, get an Audible membership, free for 30 days to get this book. If you get this book physically, please listen to it as well, because Travis Baldry is an amazing narrator. He has this soothing, calming narrative voice that just really pulls you into the story, and this is probably going to be a comfort read for me. I know that I will find myself smiling. I have cried at this as well, not gonna lie. Don't take a lot to make me cry, very much like Becca, but this had me smiling and crying and feeling things, and it's, I can't get through enough how amazing this story is. It's not a massive world, but it does a great job of pulling you into their world. There's a, you know, it's a quiet town. It's off the beaten track. She wants this quiet life for herself. So it's no massive epic world building and multi POVs, which you all know I do also love. But it's, even though it's based in a small town and everything's very small and cozy, you never get bored. There's never a moment where I just thought, come on, let's get to some action, because this is very much a character-driven book as well. So I'll put it out there. I'm a massive character-driven person. Give me great characters, and you sold me on half the book, do you know what I mean? But he does a great job of still keeping you interested in the day-to-day things of the, like, day-to-day chores and living of this, like, this orc trying to change a life for the better, to be settled. And if you'd have said to me a couple of months ago or a year ago that I would be reading a fantasy book about an orc opening a cafe, I'd have been like, nah. No, where's the battle scenes? Where's the stabby? No, you don't need that with this. You genuinely don't. And this may have been a really, really bad thing to start a review on, because I can't review things that I really like without just telling you how amazing they are and how much you need to get it. I've already bought this for 2 of my friends, and I recommend it every single time I possibly can to all of my friends. So I was on a live with Amy and Jem, and they were like, oh, that's on my wishlist because of you. And I'm like, no, it's not. It's going to be at your door in 2 days because of me. Because I will buy you. It is just so good. I can't. And don't just get it on Kindle Unlimited. Because look at the artwork. I mean, it's that soft velvety matte that you know when you feel it, you're like, it's self-pubbed indie, but it's quality. Do you know what I mean? It's that feeling, like, I mean, as much as I do like a little bit of a glossy cover now and again, matte is where it's at. Give me matte every day, all day, every day. Give me a matte cover, and it's mine. So yeah, that was my very biased, very 5-starry, not even a review, rambling about how amazing this book is. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. It's just balls, and I can't really say much more than that, otherwise I'll be giving you all the plot and it'll be like a spoiler filled review, which I don't want it to be, because you need to experience everything. And if I can find it, I am going to link below. There was an artist that's actually drawn one of the characters called Thimble. And if you don't fall in love with Thimble, you don't have a heart. I'm just putting it out there. I'm right, you're wrong. Thimble is amazing. We all need a Thimble in our lives. And if you don't like Thimble, if you don't fall in love with him and need him as a friend, then I think you need to look inside yourself a little bit. Because he's just amazing. And there's an artist that Travis had made a post and somebody was like, you need to do some merch, and somebody had like commented this link to a place where you could put the artwork onto anything. So you know I'm gonna get a Thimble mug for one. I mean, duh, Legends and Lattes, gotta do it. But they also do t-shirts and just so many things. So if I can find that link again, I will link it down below, and just appreciate the artwork. And then just, if you're like me and you imagine what people and creatures look like in your head, that is exactly how I saw Thimble in my head. It's just boop, 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 boop. Anyway, yeah, so this is my recommendation to you to read this book. Not all my reviews are going to be 5 stars. Not all my videos are going to be as rambly and ravey as this. I will try and be more critical, but literally this is perfect for me. I do not see a bad thing about it. I can't even critically review this book with any... I can't give it any constructive criticism, because as far as I'm concerned, it was 10s, 10s, 10s across the board. 10s. I will not be taking any questions at this time. All I will be saying is, add it to your wish list, then put it in your basket, and then tell me how much you love it. That is all I require from you as my amazing viewers. I won't hate you if you don't like it. I'm just going to tell you that you're wrong. I really need Travis to write another book ASAP. But he does narrate other books as well. So, again, I will link Travis's Twitter down below. He does... His voice is just amazing. He's got a Discord where he live reads, like when he's recording his, like when he's recording the narration for books, he will do it live on his Discord, and you get to sort of watch him in his process, and that is just so soothing. And he's such, the voices, this is not even about this book anymore, this is about Travis as a person, as an author, as a narrator, as a human being. His voices that he does, he gets really into character, and it's an amazing thing to watch. So again, if I can find the Discord link, I will leave that down below as well, because if you are interested in that kind of thing, shoot over there and experience him live. He's just great. So there we go, that's me done. I'm gonna go now and just try and read something else other than this, because I'm really in the mood to reread this. I have had a shoddy week. And this is really calling my name right now. Not gonna lie, I could reread this in 3 hours and I would be happy. I might do that. You'll find out in my vlog if I actually did or not. But yes, I'm gonna go. If there's any books that you would recommend that I read and review for videos like this, then please leave them links down below, or drop me a message on Twitter or an email. However, contact me in some way, shape or form to let me know that I need to read a specific book, and I will add it to the list of books that I need to read for review. I will be trying to do more of these on specific books, especially ones that I am gifted for review, which I have had a few recently. So you will be seeing more of these one-shot reviews. Probably won't be as long as this, but then again, I ramble. You know, I know, we all know that I ramble. So I can't guarantee that it's going to be a really short video. I will try my best, but I'm going to go now and get this edited. Peace out, friends.